Maybe you've just started a YouTube channel or you've been creating YouTube videos for quite some time now and you've been putting amazing content out there. You're putting in the effort, you're making high quality content, but you're just not getting the results that you feel like you deserve and that you've been working hard for. Well, the answer is it's probably because of YouTube SEO. And yes, YouTube does have an SEO, and today we're going to talk about how that's probably going to affect your videos and some helpful tips of how you can use YouTube SEO to get your videos out there and get you better results. So YouTube SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Now you've probably heard of it before, maybe from Google SEO, because Google is one of the biggest search engines out there. Now the really cool thing is YouTube is the second biggest search engine out in the entire world. And you probably know this, but Google now owns YouTube as well. So they own the two biggest search engines in the entire world. Now, just like Google, YouTube has an SEO. And how this works is that what it really boils down to is money. That's it. YouTube is a business and they want to make the most money that they can potentially make. How does that all work? Well, they have a system that makes them choose the best videos that are going to have the best engagement. How do they make money? Well, the longer a person stays on YouTube, the more ads they see, the more revenue YouTube makes. So as you can imagine, Google wants to make sure that they are putting out the best videos, recommending the best videos for people to watch, so they're going to stay on their platform, and in turn they will earn more money because more ads can play and more people will be watching those videos for longer, and they're going to stay on the platform that much longer, hopefully watching more and more videos. So YouTube SEO is recommending those videos that are going to perform the best. So now let's look into some tips of how you can make your videos perform better and make you stand out in the algorithms so that your videos will be recommended. The first thing that we're going to talk about, and you may be familiar with this one, I do try to preach it myself, is keywords. Keywords is really important, and this is how you're going to get your videos out there so that YouTube is going to recognize these and is going to promote your videos and actually know what your videos are about. The keywords are very simple. It's what you use in your title. Your keywords basically say what your video is about. Your keywords are the title in a way. In a sense, keywords are what your video is about. Now you can do a really simple keyword research by simply just going into Google and typing in whatever you want to do a video about. So let's say you might want to type in something about fashion, and then as you'll see here, it'll give you different keywords that people have used and that people are searching for in regards to these kind of videos. So if you wanted to do a really simple way of keyword research, that would be a really simple way of doing that. And you could do the same thing through Google as well. Now we want to take that a little bit further, and I would highly recommend you using TubeBuddy. It's a free extension that you can use, and if you just type that into Google, it'll bring it up and you can join and add that to your YouTube browser. Now TubeBuddy is really amazing because it has some amazing features. The first one is just keyword research. It allows you to type in a keyword. Let's say you've decided you're going to create a video about something, and you type in that keyword and it's going to give you a result. Now it gives you two results that are highlighted in the keyword browser. The first one is the how often it is searched. So it's going to give you an overall result of how often that keyword is searched and how it does perform. You want to get somewhere between the orange and the green. You do not want to be in the red. And the other one is the competition, and that basically tells you, it's going to show you what kind of competition you have on that keyword, how often it's being searched, but not only that, but how you could result if you were to create a video based on that. Like if there's so many other videos out there and there's really high view results on those, then it's probably going to give you a lower competition result. Now if you're in the red or even in the orange, sometimes it's telling you, okay, this is probably not a good keyword to go for, just because there are lots of views for it, but it's highly competitive. You need to remember that using keyword research is really important, and TubeBuddy is amazing how it gives you all of these results without you having to research it yourself. You just type in a keyword that you think will be something you want to do a video about, and it's going to tell you the performance on that and whether it's going to be worth doing a keyword for. Gives you those two real simple examples, and it's really awesome because it's going to tell you how often people search for that, what kind of results you'll get in 1 month based on views, and it's going to tell you whether it's competitive or not, so whether it's actually worth competing for. Not only that, but it's actually going to tell you what kind of views you would actually need to rank in this search. It's really, really helpful because it tells you, for example, it might be a really highly rated video and it might actually say, hey, this is not going to be the best keyword to use because it is highly rated for. But if you're a well-established YouTuber and you can reach those ranking results to rank in the search results, then it is something you know you can still go for. But if you're just starting out, it's a great way to see what keywords you should use, what kind of videos you should be creating. So I would highly recommend making sure that you're doing your keyword research before hitting record. You need to decide what's going to be your best keywords and what's going to be the best kind of video for you to put your hard time and energy into, knowing that you're going to get good results from that video. So keyword research is really, really important, and I would highly recommend making sure that you are using TubeBuddy to kind of see what your ranking would be. Now, taking this even further, keywords is really, really important, and it comes down to YouTube's algorithm and how you're portraying these. These keywords that you're using needs to be in your title, in your thumbnail, actually what you speak in your videos. So you probably noticed I did mention YouTube SEO quite a few times in this video, and that's because the YouTube algorithms do pick up your speech and they actually see what you're talking about in your video to see if that matches the keywords that you have put in the title and in the description. So you need to make sure that you speak it in your video, that it's in your title, that it's somewhere in your thumbnail, and that it's in your description. It's really, really important to take advantage of your description, mentioning these keywords, not just that one keyword, but multiple keywords that you know are going to relate to your video and help you to really rank well on your videos, and for the YouTube algorithm to pick up exactly what your video is about, that they're going to rank it and hopefully give you more views to rank higher on those keywords. Now, the other thing that a lot of people say that isn't really relevant anymore and that it doesn't matter is tags. I completely disagree. I think tags are still really important, and another really cool thing about TubeBuddy is it allows you that when you've processed your video and you've uploaded it to YouTube, it actually gives you a tag search. So you just type in a tag and it's actually going to give you recommended results similar to that tag that you've typed in. Not only that, but it'll actually give you results based on the keywords that you've already used, and it's going to give you similar tags that you can actually add to your video. The really cool thing about this is that if you have stuck to your niche and you do post videos very similar to this on a regular basis, it's actually going to show you those keywords and what you've actually ranked for. Now, if you're a bit new, you'll find you won't actually have many rankings on these keywords because if you haven't used them before, TubeBuddy can't really give you a ranking result on those. But it will tell you how you would rank in search based on those keywords. So it generally will give 1 to 20 and it will give you a rough ranking of how you actually search on YouTube. So it's really, really helpful because it'll tell you how those tags will search as well, because what you need to remember is all those tags that you put in your video, if they search for that, your video is more likely going to come up based on that tag that you added in your video. You have 500 characters, so why not use these tags to really help increase your chances, boost your chances of being ranked and viewed on YouTube. They're there to be used, so why not use them? I try to use all 500 characters and I use TubeBuddy to really help me with those keywords, with those tags that I can use to help really boost my video and give it that better chance of being viewed. That's why tags are really, really good, as long as they are relevant to what you're talking about and you've used those keywords in a way that are going to be searched, then you're more than likely going to hopefully rank really well on those videos. Now we're going to talk about some other really helpful tips that kind of come along with the YouTube SEO and how the algorithm works. So we're going to talk about, firstly, niche. You really do need to make sure that you have a niche. I do talk about this a lot, I preach it. It is really important to make sure that you have a niche and that you stick to it. So that way you can really be seen to YouTube as someone who talks about that niche and is known for that niche and actually knows what they're talking about. So it's really, really important to start early by choosing a niche, choosing a topic that you're passionate about, that you know a lot about, and that you know you can make multiple videos about. So let's say it's fashion, for example. You could probably go down even tighter than that, but for example, if you talked about fashion and you make sure that all your videos are about fashion, I would say once you've done about 50 videos, it's really going to show to YouTube that your channel is about fashion, that it's something that you're passionate about, and that your channel is going to be known for fashion and is going to be something that they can really promote fashion advice about, and that really helps the YouTube algorithm to kind of see what can be promoted based on your fashion channel. Now, tip number 2 is about consistency. Not necessarily about posting every single day, but consistently uploading to a schedule. So once again, you need to find a schedule that you're passionate about. You need to find a schedule that you can stick to. So it doesn't have to be every single day. It doesn't have to be something crazy that you cannot do. It's got to be something that you create high quality content for, but that you can do consistently. So if you feel you can only do high quality videos every single week, then that will be your consistency. You'll do it every single week. For myself, I'm really trying to get into this whole YouTube thing, and I want to boost my chances as much as I can. So I am doing daily videos at the moment, but I used to do 2 to 3 videos a week. I used to do even just 2 videos a week. So it doesn't really matter how many videos you're doing, as long as you've stuck to a schedule and you're consistently uploading to that schedule. YouTube really likes that. The YouTube algorithm really likes that, because it knows when you're going to upload, it knows when it can promote, and it knows that that's going to be content that they are expecting, that your viewers are expecting, and they kind of know what to do with it and where to promote it. So as you can see, making sure that you've got a strong niche and that you're consistently uploading is really going to help you with the YouTube algorithm, and you're going to see better results once you're well established in that niche. And the third thing is your engagement. So this is making sure that you're getting people to like your video, to comment on your video, to subscribe to your video. So you probably noticed in my videos, I'm always telling you guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below for more videos that you would like to see. Making sure that you're really engaging with your audience and getting them to like, comment, and subscribe to your channel is really going to help YouTube to see that, hey, these videos are doing well. They're getting engagement, they're getting results. I can see that this channel has been gaining subscribers consistently. I can see that their audience is really interested in the videos, and I can see that it has a good percentage of likes. So this is really important. Your engagement is really important. You need to make sure that you're encouraging your audience to comment down below. Now, a really handy tip would be to actually go ahead and replying to as many comments as you can, because that's twice as many comments as you would have had if you didn't reply to those comments. So even if you only had 10 comments, if you reply to all of those comments, that's already 20 comments. That's twice as many as you originally had. Comments are really important, and you need to make sure that you are engaging with your audience, getting a conversation going, and really trying to help boost your comments, getting more likes on your videos, and of course, encouraging people to subscribe to your channel does make a huge difference. So that being said, guys, if you are enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below of another video that you would like to see more of. And doing stuff like that really does help your channel, and it's going to help YouTube to see that, hey, this video is engaging, that it does seem to be doing well, and they're more likely to promote it. That being said, there is also the audience retention. Now this comes down to how long people are actually watching your videos for. Let's say, for example, you have a 20-minute video. If people are only watching that for 3 to 4 minutes, that's only like 15%. That's not really good. If YouTube is looking at that in terms of their algorithm and they're choosing what videos they're going to promote and rank on keywords, you're not going to rank very well, because they're going, well, why would I want to encourage a video that people aren't actually interested in? They're watching a very small percentage of it, and they're just not really watching it. That also comes down to your click-through rate as well, how many people are clicking on your videos, but taking that a step further, how long they're actually watching that for, the audience retention. So it's really important to make sure that your videos are in fact engaging, but not only that, but you're using different techniques to kind of keep them interested. I highly recommend using overlays, making sure that you're kind of engaging with your audience, getting them to comment, getting them to kind of share their thoughts, getting them to give their advice and tips and stuff that they would like to see more of. So making sure that you're really engaging with your audience, getting those likes and comments, but also making sure that you're using overlays and B-rolls and things like that to keep your audience engaged, so that they're watching your video for that much longer, is really going to help your audience retention, and it will help your engagement as well. So those are really important, to make sure that you're taking advantage of those to keep your audience engaged, and to show YouTube that your videos are worth promoting, and it's going to really show YouTube that, hey, these videos are performing well, we're more likely to promote them. So guys, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I do love making videos like this, and I hope if you wanted to start a YouTube channel, these tips are really helpful to you. That's kind of the short but sweet answers to how the YouTube SEO works, and a few handy tips of how you can grow your YouTube channel that much faster. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.